Right, well, I'm really glad I carried on doing this cabling and finishing off, because it turns out that none of the cables on their proper runs work. I mean, that's the one for the extra power for the CPU. That's here. It needs to go here. These, I know they're at the back at the moment, but they're not going to reach either. So what I'm going to do in order to get it working tomorrow when the cooler comes is just have them wired straight from their ports into this, which is not going to look pretty in the slightest. And actually, you know how I scoffed at that 20% off cable mods thing? I'm gonna have to get some cable mod cables to wire the system up properly. I mean, this, for example, is a wire lead, what I call a wire lead, a splitter lead for 2 8-pins, which I don't like. I want 2 separate ones. There is actually another one of those here. I don't know what iTech system uses 2. I'm sure you can find a Linus Tech Tip videos with one, but uses 2 graphics cards. And to be honest, if you're using 2 graphics cards, you know, it's like, why would you want it to split anyway? So, and you might think, well, technically you can run both of these cables. Yes, neither of them will fit still. But also, because it's wired, you have all this extra cable there that you don't need. So yes, if I get cable mod, I'll get 2 that are not splitted and they're just normal. So as I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire them just straight into the power supply so I can get it working tomorrow when the fan comes. And then at some point when I have money, get on a cable mod. Fingers crossed I can like sort it out and get a price for it and go from there. But yeah, it's a nightmare. It got to the point where I thought, what about putting the power supply the other way around, so having that power lead on the other side, because it's less cables in the case and things like that. But the problem is that this connector here won't fit through this hole. I can't pull it out, and it'd be too short anyway, but I can make an extension for that myself. So this has kind of been a nightmare. So I'm going to take all the cables out now, just route them directly into the power supply, so I can at least get it done as much as I can, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so all the cables are run. So we've got one to the extra CPU power up there, we've got the main motherboard one, and the power wire for down here, because you don't have any SATA devices or any fans or anything like that. So really is just power to the GPU, power to the motherboard twice, which is technically 3 connectors on here. So yes, this is sort of going to be the end of day 1, I suppose. Whether I will edit it all into one video, I don't know, but we'll work out. It could be 2 uploads, I suppose. But yes, I'm not going to lie, I plugged it in and lights came on, so that's good, and unplugged it again. Because I think like the lights of the motherboard get power whenever it's plugged in, which I'm sure we could turn off. So the main thing is to hopefully those fans work. I mean, I know that if the other Be Quiet one doesn't work, then we can get the Kraken to fit, and maybe with all this RGB stuff it'll look quite cool. Another thing I'm going to have to work out is I need RGB fans. I've decided I'm going to get RGB fans. I'm also going to do cable mod, as I said, to tidy this up eventually. I also, depending on how I feel later on today, because as I'm sure you can imagine, I'm kind of miffed and don't really want to touch computers, I may do work at taking all the stuff off of the SSD, the 1TB one I have on my other computer, and take that out, so we could put that in tomorrow, because then we can put at least some games on it and use it as a gaming machine for a month, instead of it kind of being sat here pretty useless with a 250 gig SSD. I do also need to get my Windows 10 key ordered from eBay. But yes, so I'm going to do some packing up now and put some of the bits away, put all the panels on this for now until tomorrow, and yeah, take it from there. I'm going to try and put as much space as I can in this Corsair box. It's a useful box for such things. I can go and put them back in. But yes, I'll see you all whenever this concludes. So, but if it is, even if it's in the middle of the video, a like and subscribe would be appreciated when I go through the trials and tribulations of building my first ever small form factor PC. It's amazing how everything that I did a lot of planning for fits, and things just went, cool, will work, I presume the cables are long enough that come with a power supply, and they all went wrong. But the stuff that I spent literally hours working out just about worked. Okay, so welcome to day 2 of the travesty that is this. We have 2 coolers here. One's back to front because this was just sent, it was just sent like this with sticker on the front of it, so that's why it's this way around, because otherwise my address would be there. And then this one did come in a box on its own. So this is the non-pro, so smaller, and the tubes go the way that I want them to do. Instead of going that way and out the back, they go out the sides, fingers crossed. But if this doesn't work, then I have my backup option, which is a Kraken X42, which is going to be louder and not cool probably quite as well as this, but anyway, we'll sort it out eventually. But this is our backup option, because I do need to get this up and running today. So we'll put that on the side, out of the way somewhere. And let's open Dark Rock Pro 4. So on top, we got a fan, we get some literature. Do we not have a screwdriver with this one? That's a shame. The Pro came with a screwdriver. Okay, so this one, still a really nice unit. I do have more hope that this will fit. So let's get the case side off and see if it will. And see if I'm crying in the next clip or not, because I have to use a Kraken. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's not mounted in, but as you can see, fingers crossed we should be fine. The thing itself fits, whether the fans do or not is what I have to look at next. So possibly thumbs up, I don't know, we'll see what happens. So there was nowhere near enough Thermal Grizzly, even when I tried to spread it out with their little spatula thing. Whoops. So luckily some did come in the box, which to be honest with you looks exactly the same, but without a label on it. So I'll squadge a big old P on there and then actually fit the fan. So I've got thermal paste all over my phone case, which appears to have ruined it. This is currently not fitted with thermal paste, it's still all in this tube, but as you can see, the fans won't fit because of tall RAM and this tall bit of crappy metal down there. So, another example of a cooler that will not fit in my build. So I now get to rebox up both of these, put them in a box, and send them back. I'm looking forward to that knot. So, let's try cooler number 3 and see if we get any further. The levels of pissed that I am at the moment cannot be explained. I've opened the Kraken X42 and the fan's too big. So clearly this can only do 120mm fans. I should have maybe checked the website. So, I now need to go and buy a 4th cooler for this machine. Again from Amazon, just in case it doesn't fit. But just so I can get this up and running, I'm going to use this Kraken X42 and just have the radiator hanging out the side of the machine so I can actually get Windows installed and get it doing things. But I'm less than impressed. I'm really quite pissed, I'll be completely honest with you. So, we will fit it. In terms of what colour I'm going to go for next, it's probably going to be another all-in-one. But obviously one with a 120mm fan. I'll just look at some reviews, try and find the best one. I want one that's quiet, above performance in all honesty. Yeah, and then we'll take it from there.